A Florida woman broke into her ex's place and smashed his expensive bong. A Florida woman accidentally fired an unfamiliar gun at the airport. Monkeys have been spotted roaming a Florida city recently. And a Florida pizza delivery woman stabbed a pregnant customer over a bad tip. These are the weird stories for Friday on Weird AF News. They're all from the state of Florida, because on Friday, I only do weird news from Florida. It's Florida Friday right here, right now on Weird AF News. A Florida woman has been arrested after she broke in and smashed her ex-boyfriend's expensive bong. A West Palm Beach, Florida lady who's in love. She was booked on burglary charges after she allegedly broke into her ex-boyfriend's home and smashed his $600 bong. Burglary? Don't you mean bonglary? Hey now. Oh, you get the best puns right here on Weird AF News. Not proud of it. Let's keep pushing through. According to the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Officina, Chelsea Levinson, the Florida woman who's really committed to this relationship. She's 32 years old, Chelsea, the Florida lady. She snuck through fenced areas. She had a whole mission. She got blueprints of the building. She's like, I'm going to break in here. She got a saw, cut through the adjacent property. So she snuck through a fenced-in area to enter an enclosed patio area of her ex-boyfriend's Boynton Beach home. Chelsea, the Florida woman, age 32, located her ex-boyfriend's smoking bong valued at $600 and smashed it onto the concrete, according to the investigators. Wow, sounds like this Florida woman knew exactly what to do. She hit him right where it hurts. His prized possession, his nice bong, his nice glass-blown bong. How dare you? This is a low blow right here for sure. Hey, you can steal my cannabis, but for crying out loud, not my paraphernalia. Leave my paraphernalia out of it. Or should I say my paraphernalia? Now, some of you might be wondering, why is a bong $600? Is this a common price for a bong? Well, it's not crazy to spend, over $500 for a very nice glass-blown bong. And people love their bongs. They'll spend a lot of money on them. They'll take care of them. They clean them routinely. I know some hardcore bong people, and I've even witnessed friendships just shattered over a busted bong. It happens. I won't spend that much money on my paraphernalia, to be honest with you, on any smoking device. A crushed Bud Light can with some holes poked in it will do just fine for my low-class ass. Or maybe an apple. An apple will be fine. I can make that work. I won't use an onion again, I'll tell you right now. That was a failed experiment. I have been very blessed, I will say, though, that the very first large bong with any sophistication that I smoked out of was the very first time I got high. And it was made out of two very large coffee cans stacked on top of each other. The bottom was cut out of one to make one large cylinder. It was filled with water. It had 4 garden hoses coming out of it. And because it was coffee cans, my friend called it Coffee Talk. He actually named this bong. There was welding involved to make this. It was just, what can I say? I was blessed, right place, right time. I don't think I've ever been that high off cannabis ever since Coffee Talk, to be honest with you. All right, back to the romance here in Florida. Deputies were dispatched to the home of the boyfriend, and where the victim gave a sworn statement. She was still there, apparently. What was she doing? Afterwards, the ex-boyfriend told the deputies he wanted to prosecute her for burglary. Yeah, so I'm going to guess they're not getting together anymore. So, guys, if you're in Florida, there's a single woman who's very passionate. She's out there looking for love. She values commitment. She's very much into commitment. That's very important to her. Her love language is either love me or I'll ruin your life. A Florida woman fires an unfamiliar gun at the airport in Cincinnati. This Florida woman has been charged for some serious crimes at the airport after she accidentally fired an unfamiliar gun on Thursday at a ticket counter inside the Cincinnati/Northern Kentucky International Airport. Hard to imagine that there would be an international airport in Northern Kentucky. Apparently there is. Brianna Mary Hanna, she's from Jacksonville, Florida. She was at the United Airlines ticket counter on Thursday morning when she somehow accidentally fired the North American Arms 22 Magnum while trying to move it from her purse to her checked luggage, according to police. You're probably wondering, why is a Florida woman just bringing a gun all around? Well, first of all, she was traveling to Kentucky, so you can imagine maybe there's a need for it in Kentucky. I don't know. And then, of course, if you're a Florida person, you just have a gun all the time. They have that new law now. You can conceal carry without a permit, so anybody with a gun can just have it and just bring it all over the place. Bring it to the DMV, get your latte, bring it to the pet hospital, bring it to the funeral, apparently bring it on airlines as well. No one cares. And she probably would have got away with it, too, if it didn't go off at the airport. Now, the Florida woman, Hannah, told the police, quote, she was unfamiliar with the firearm, was unsure how to make it safe. Unsure how to make it safe. Well, not bringing it to the airport loaded, that's a pretty good start. You don't have to be a Harvard graduate either to figure that out. Also, not pulling the trigger kind of helps a little bit, one could argue. Would you guys make that argument? Not pulling the trigger helps keep it safe. Here we go, guys. Isn't it nice to know we have another informed gun owner? Honey, the bullets come out of the pointy side. Do you got that? Hold on, slow down. I'm writing it down. Now, this genius, Hannah, the Florida lady, said that her husband bought her the gun and loaded it for her. How nice. That's some Florida love. That's how you keep your relationships going in Florida. You buy each other weapons. Hannah says she had only fired it once since owning it around Christmas last year. She's had the gun in her purse for a year. Doesn't really use it. Nice of her husband to load it for travel purposes. I mean, you can bring a plane. You can bring a gun on the plane, but it can't be in your carry-on. It has to be in your luggage, and it can't be loaded. You have to, remove the bullets and whatnot. Preferably just disassemble it. Put it in a box. If you really want to make it safe on the plane. But that's common sense. This is a Florida woman we're talking about here. There's no common sense involved in her brain. This dumbass will probably bring the gun to court. I'm sorry. I didn't know I couldn't bring a gun into the courtroom for my appearance. So sorry. But, Your Honor, I just understand. I bring my gun everywhere. My husband loaded it for me. It's ready to go. It's ready to pew-pew. I bring it everywhere. How else am I going to shoot down them drones and the hurricanes down in Florida? Now, Hannah said in her defense that no one was hit by the bullet. So that makes it all better. Hey, come on. No one was hit by the bullet. What are you talking about, huh? Yeah, because it didn't go off in the plane. Thankfully. The Florida woman's been charged with first-degree wanton endangerment. Oh, I hate when people endanger my wontons. I love wontons. I love that black sauce. It's not really soy sauce. It's like specific to wonton sauce. It's a very good sauce. I don't know that you could go to jail for wonton endangerment, but wontons are very, very tasty, and they're beloved in the world of Chinese food, and so you probably should do some time if you endanger some wontons. Monkeys have been spotted roaming a Florida city. Police are issuing warnings about the monkey. Shock the monkey. Monkeys have been spotted roaming in unusual places in central Florida recently, and the police are warning the residents to stay away from the monkeys. Don't try and make them your pets. Now, I know they're nice for the TikToks, but don't do it. You notice a lot of people on TikTok showing videos of their wild animals in their homes? Always seems very strange to me. They're so cute. They're so cute. Yeah, until they gobble down your toddler. What are you doing? The Orange City Police Department said on social media that it had received multiple reports of monkey sightings in this town of Orange City, Florida, which, if you're keeping score at home, it's in Volusia County. I'm sure it's a lovely place. Monkeys want to live there. People who see monkeys should not feed or approach them, the department says, but they should contact the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. Fill out a monkey sighting report. Yes, just fill out the monkey sighting questionnaire. Don't get near the monkey. They're going to rip your face off. No, they're probably very innocent, right, these monkeys? What do? They throw poo at you, but, that's not much different than the Florida man hanging out in the Walmart parking lot. That's what they do as well. Maybe the monkeys are just, spreading herpes all over the community, but that's no different than Matt Gaetz. Overall, pretty mild, you know what I mean? Let's keep reading and find out what these monkeys are up to. I'm curious. They got one viral video here that they came across. It was taken by a river tour operator that shows a monkey hanging out on a wooded bank. That sounds lovely. Monkeys having a good time hanging out on a wooded bank. I'd like to hang out on a wooded bank with my glass bong. Here's a quote from the guy who's in charge of these eco tours in Florida. I looked up into a tree and I kind of went, what's that? Got a little bit closer, realized that I had a monkey probably about 30 feet from me. It was a monkey. And trust me, that's not something you see out here on a regular basis whatsoever. So, I was pretty shocked by the monkey. We also got a school principal here of an elementary school had to warn the parents because this principal saw a monkey run through the school's drop-off area on Wednesday. Monkey's just trying to get an education, man. Another woman told the media she saw a monkey climbing on her fence. First, she thought the animal was a cat, but then she realized how large it was, being that it's a monkey. Really shocked her. Her name is Evelyn. Let's get a quote from Evelyn. She says, I have 3 cats of my own, so I looked at his body and I was like, wow, that's really big for a cat. And I had happened to smoke my bong that day, which I do on a regular basis, so for me, I was high out my mind. I just thought that's a very large cat. Probably talking about 4 feet long, probably. Yeah. But turns out, no, it was a monk. It was really a monkey, and I wasn't as high as I thought I was. Now, we got questions. What kind of monkeys are these guys? I would name some monkey categories, but I don't really know any. Oh, I know orangutan and a chimpanzee. What's another one? A macaw. Is that one? I think that's one. Well, the police have told the residents that they don't know this species of monkey that's being spotted. And they have not confirmed if residents are spotting multiple monkeys or if they're seeing the same monkey in multiple locations. So, wow, we got a lot of mysteries here surrounding the monkeys. But regardless, the bottom line is the police say, do not feed these monkeys. That's prohibited by a Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission rule passed in 2017, as you know. Guys, I was sad about it myself because I love to feed the monkeys pomegranates. The police also say any sightings should be reported immediately, and if a monkey is seen in the area, children should be kept close and pets should be leashed. If bitten or scratched by a wild monkey, you should seek attention immediately from a medical professional. That's right. And they've specifically said if you spot any of the monkeys in the villages, the residents of the villages are not to have sex with those monkeys. Okay? You don't know what you'll catch in there. I mean, it's probably not any worse than what's already going through the villages right now.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in places that could expose you to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, their US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
A Florida pizza delivery woman stabbed a pregnant customer over a bad tip, according to the police. Man, this tipping culture is just officially out of control. I say end tipping, save lives, guys. A delivery driver allegedly returned to a Florida motel where a couple was staying and stabbed a lady multiple times this week over being tipped $2 on an order. This is why I pick up my own food. So that if I'm not happy with the delivery time, I only have myself to stab. Also, I can't afford delivery food prices anyway, so I just don't have. I can't remember the last time I ordered food to be delivered. It's so expensive, so we have here a Florida lady, Brianna, quality individual here, just trying to make it work in the pizza delivery business. She's 22 years old. My goodness, awfully young to having to go away forever to jail. She's charged with attempted murder, home invasion with a firearm, kidnapping, and aggravated assault. Wow, that's a lot. 1 minute you're delivering pizzas. Next thing you know, you're charged with attempted murder, home invasion with a firearm, kidnapping, aggravated assault. A man who allegedly accompanied Brianna during the incident has not yet been identified. Well, she's got a pizza delivery assistant. I wonder if he was in on it, or was that just a big surprise to him? So what do you do, Brianna, when you don't really get a reasonable tip? All right. Oh, wait till you see this. If someone doesn't tip me adequately, I just start blasting. Says here a woman and her boyfriend and the woman's 5-year-old daughter were staying at this hotel in Kissimmee to celebrate a birthday and ordered a Marco's pizza. This was on Sunday. They're just having a birthday at a hotel, just trying to do the best they can in life. Obviously, it's a cheap motel, so there's no restaurant on site. So they ordered Marco's Pizza. Let's have a birthday pizza. Yay. This is Florida, after all. You got to celebrate every birthday like it's your last, because it probably is. Alvello, the Florida lady, delivered the pizza which cost $33. And that must have been a nice pizza with some good toppings, I'd imagine. $33, it's a quality pizza. Came with a side of stabbing. She was asked to give change for a $50 bill. All right, so $17 is left. She probably expected that as the tip because it's around the holidays. But Brianna says she didn't have change, and the woman then searched for smaller bills, allegedly only giving Alvello a $2 tip at the end of the day. So it was a $2 tip on a $33 pizza. Sometime later, the woman said she heard a loud knocking on the door. A man and woman dressed in all black, wearing face masks, allegedly forced themselves into the motel room when she opened the door. The man brandished a silver revolver and demanded the woman's boyfriend go into the bathroom. And the other person, believed to be Brianna, the Florida lady, pizza delivery lady, not pleased with the $2, allegedly pulled out a pocket knife. Brianna rummaged through the woman's purse, broke her daughter's Nintendo Switch. How dare you, right before Christmas. The woman said she turned to shield her child and felt a strike to her lower back. At that moment, she threw her daughter onto the bed and attempted to pick up her cell phone. But Brianna allegedly grabbed the phone and smashed it right in front of her, and then began striking her multiple times with the pocket knife. The man who had the gun then yelled it was time to go, stopping the assault. The woman was stabbed a total of 14 times. What the heck? Wounds to the chest, arms, legs, abdomen. She discovered she was pregnant, in fact, while receiving treatment at a local hospital for all these little stab wounds that she had from the pocket knife. Not good news here. This sort of customer service isn't going to ever result in a bigger tip anyways. Has anyone told this woman? It's just, no, it's going to get you held without bond while you wait for your appearance in court. Probably punishable by a life offense, even. Bad decisions being made in Florida. Typical. Imagine just throwing your life away over $10, like the decisions being made. They got a manager from Marco's Pizza who confirmed to investigators that Brianna was working the night of the incident, as well as the fact that she does drive a red Toyota Camry, which was seen in the security footage outside of the motel. He also gave police a copy of her time card, verifying that she finished her shift at 10:20 that night. So he's clearly cooperating with the police. He's like, stabbing is not one of our pizza toppings. Just going to let you know, police, we don't condone that activity whatsoever. I just want to make a statement here that most of our delivery drivers don't stab you. So if you just please keep ordering Marco's Pizza over the holidays. Anyways, I also have a story about someone who wasn't pleased with my tip. I'm talking about tipping, guys, all right? Get your head out of the gutter, would you? Sheesh. You listeners, my goodness. You're always going there, aren't you? Anyways, this was in New York City. I got a massage for $60, an hour massage. All right, just a regular massage, guys, all right? Nothing crazy. Get your head out of the gutter, will you please? Jonesy's an upstanding individual, but I do give back to the community. So $60 massage. I gave a $20 tip. I thought that was excellent. And I'll never forget this woman goes, how about you tip more? She actually said it to my face. How about you tip more? And I just started laughing. I laughed my way out the door. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Hey, aren't you that PBM?
Middleman, at your service, doctor.
Don't you get rebates that save money on medicines?
Oh, PBMs like me get big rebates.
So why do patients tell me they're worried about their costs?
No one says we have to share the savings with patients.
Congress should make sure medicine savings go directly to patients, not middlemen. Visit phrma.org/middlemen to learn more. Paid for by pharma.
Hi, my friends and loyal listeners. Thank you for spending time with your buddy Jonesy in the Florida Friday episode. Also, thank you to those of you who sent me Florida stories the past week or so. many of you sent me that pizza delivery stabbing story. So that was very helpful. Thank you for keeping me in the game here. I want to give thanks and praise to Krista. Krista Cram bought me some coffees off my website, weirdafnews.com. That's the Italian version of my website, weirdafnews.com. And she wrote me a note here. Happy holidays, Jonesy. Christmas tree emoji, Santa emoji. Appreciate all you do all year long. Smiley face. Thanks for all the laughs. Hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Love that you created a tradition of feeding the homeless on Christmas Day. Cheers to a happy and healthy new year ahead in 2025, Jonesy. Well, thank you very much, Krista Cram, for these coffees. That was very generous of you, and I so appreciate that. What a lovely holiday treat for myself. Just for the record, though, I didn't create that tradition of feeding the homeless on Christmas Day. The Laugh Factory in Hollywood has been doing it for 45 straight Christmases. Isn't that crazy? And all the credit goes to the owner, Jamie, for doing that. Yeah, 45 years of, that's nuts, right? That's just dedication to helping out the community. And it's a good time. It's a good way to spend Christmas. And I get a lot out of that. Anyways, appreciate you, Krista, for sending me the coffees. You guys can always send me stuff leading up to the new year. Our buddy Michael from Iowa City is going to match the donation. So go to weirdafnews.com where you can buy me a coffee, or you can join the Patreon as well. If you want to mail me a gift, I'll just email me. I'll give you my address. funnyjones@gmail.com. If you'd like to follow me on the gram and find out where I'm performing comedy, it's at Funny Jones. Tonight, Friday, at 8 p.m., I'll be at the Comedy and Magic Club in Hermosa Beach. At 10 p.m., I'll be performing at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach. So doing beach shows for the beach people tonight. And so let me see. For now, I'm off tomorrow, but Sunday I'm on doing a show on Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. So, yeah, just follow me on Instagram, at Funny Jones. All the information's there. Or if you have questions, just email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend. Love you. Good luck with your life, everyone.